Imagine a typical morning. You wake up, look at the clock, realize you're late, rush to get dressed, brush your teeth, shove your phone into your pocket, and dash out the door with nothing but a cup of coffee in hand. Maybe you've done this not just once, but every single day. And perhaps you tell yourself, it's fine. I'll eat later. I'm saving time, or maybe even losing weight. In reality, many people live like this. Skipping breakfast has almost become a common habit in modern society. A world that moves fast, prioritizes urgency, and puts work ahead of health. But have you ever wondered what really happens inside your body when you skip breakfast every day? How does it affect your hormones, your brain, your energy levels, and your long-term health? I'm Dr. James Bennett, a clinical nutrition specialist, and in today's video, I want to share with you not just the importance of breakfast, but also what you need to understand about how your body works, and why starting your day with a healthy meal can be one of the simplest yet most powerful things you can do for your health. If you found this content helpful and want to discover more simple yet effective tips for staying healthy every day, don't forget to hit that subscribe button on health and nutrition. Here, every video is carefully researched and shared with passion, helping you better understand your health, nutrition, and how to care for your body naturally. Join us on this journey to feel stronger, healthier, and more energized every day. First, let's explore what's happening inside your body, the biology behind breakfast. Your body is a machine, but it does have an incredibly intelligent operating system, and breakfast is like the switch that powers it on. After a long night without food, your body enters a natural fasting state. Glycogen stores in your liver are nearly depleted, and your blood sugar levels have dropped. Meanwhile, your brain has been active all night, dreaming, organizing memories, and regulating hormones, but it's now waiting for new fuel to stay alert and focused. When you eat breakfast, you send a powerful signal to your body. The day has started. Here's the energy to think, move, and get things done. Immediately, your pancreas releases insulin to process glucose. The hunger hormone ghrelin drops. Leptin, the hormone that signals fullness, is activated, and your metabolism begins to burn calories more efficiently. But what happens if you skip breakfast? Your body is forced to draw energy from stored reserves, first from glycogen, then from fat, and if the stress continues, even from your own muscle tissue. Cortisol, the stress hormone, remains elevated because your body thinks you're in an emergency state. This doesn't just make you feel anxious or unfocused. It also impacts your metabolism, immune function, and even short-term memory. And this isn't just a one-time issue. When you consistently skip breakfast, you send the wrong message to your body each morning, disrupting your circadian rhythm, lowering your metabolic efficiency, and impairing blood sugar regulation. So what does the science say? These eye-opening numbers might just surprise you if you're still skeptical about the impact of skipping breakfast. Let me share a few numbers that might make you think twice. In a study spanning 16 years and involving over 30,000 American adults, researchers found that people who regularly skip breakfast had a 21% higher risk of developing type 2 diabetes, compared to those who ate breakfast consistently. That's not a small difference. It's a significant link that the scientific community cannot ignore. Another study, published in the Journal of the American College of Cardiology, tracked over 6,000 adults for nearly 20 years. The findings revealed that individuals who never ate breakfast had an 87% higher risk of dying from cardiovascular disease compared to those who made breakfast a regular habit. That number isn't just a statistic. It's a wake-up call. So where does this risk come from? One of the leading theories is that skipping breakfast disrupts hormonal balance, raises cortisol levels, reduces insulin sensitivity, and increases chronic, low-grade inflammation throughout the body. This kind of inflammation is the hidden foundation behind many chronic diseases, such as obesity, hypertension, diabetes, and atherosclerosis. But that's not all. Some studies have also shown the impact of skipping breakfast on the brain. A study in Japan found that elementary school students who didn't eat breakfast regularly had lower gray matter volume, which is associated with reduced learning ability, logical thinking, and memory. Even individuals who maintain a healthy diet during other meals may still experience negative overall health outcomes if they frequently skip breakfast. Here's another interesting point. People who eat breakfast tend to manage their weight better. not because they eat less overall, but because they are less likely to snack uncontrollably in the afternoon and evening. As you can see, science doesn't speak emotionally. What we're witnessing is a growing body of evidence, from biology, neuroscience, cardiology, and metabolism, all pointing to one clear message. Breakfast should not be overlooked. You might be thinking, I skip breakfast all the time and I'm fine. And sure, not everyone experiences the negative effects immediately. But when we take a closer look at different groups in society, it becomes clear that skipping breakfast doesn't impact everyone equally. Let's start with children and teenagers. This group has high nutritional needs because their brains and bodies are still developing. Multiple studies have shown that kids who skip breakfast tend to perform worse academically, with lower scores on standardized tests, struggle more with concentration in class, have a higher risk of obesity, experience increased stress and mild depression due to unstable energy levels. Breakfast doesn't just fuel the body, it provides a steady source of energy for the brain, helping kids stay alert and learn more effectively. Now, let's talk about adults, especially women. For women, the effects of skipping breakfast can be more subtle but just as serious. Women are more sensitive to fluctuations in cortisol and insulin. If cortisol levels remain too high in the morning, it can disrupt menstrual cycles, impact thyroid function, and even reduce fertility. Emotionally, this imbalance can also lead to mood swings or unexplained anxiety. What about older adults? After the age of 50, the body's ability to synthesize protein begins to slow down. If you don't consume protein in the morning, when your body is most primed to absorb and utilize it, you increase your risk of muscle loss or sarcopenia. Losing muscle leads to reduced strength, poor balance, a higher risk of falls, and slower recovery. This is especially dangerous, as a single fall at age 60 or 70 can mark a major turning point in long-term health. Finally, let's talk about people who are physically active, whether that's morning workouts, sports, or physical labor. If you fall into this category and skip breakfast, your muscles won't have the raw materials they need to recover properly. Instead of burning fat as many people hope, your body may begin to break down muscle tissue to create energy, completely counterproductive to your fitness goals. So, while you might feel fine skipping breakfast now, your body is silently paying a price that adds up over time. So why do so many of us skip breakfast? Let's take a look at the psychology behind this seemingly simple habit. Sometimes, the issue isn't a lack of knowledge. It's not that you don't know breakfast is important. It's not like you've never heard someone say, breakfast is the most important meal of the day, and yet you still skip it. Why? The truth is, most people don't skip breakfast for scientific reasons. They skip it because of life. Chances are, one of these reasons might sound familiar. You don't feel hungry in the morning. You wake up late and don't have time. You prioritize work or getting the kids to school. You believe skipping breakfast will help you lose weight. Or simply, it's just a habit you've had for years. So what happens next? You have a black coffee, maybe with a splash of milk. You power through to lunchtime, then feel drained, irritable. You eat quickly, and usually more than you intended. By the afternoon or evening, cravings kick in, sweet, salty, everything. You might even beat yourself up for snacking too much. But in reality, your body is just trying to reclaim what it didn't get in the morning. There's actually a term for this, rebound eating from accumulated hunger. When you ignore your hunger in the morning, your body records it as a kind of threat. By the afternoon, your nervous system is fatigued and your ability to make rational food decisions drops. Emotional eating takes over. That's why skipping breakfast often doesn't help with weight loss. In fact, it tends to make you eat more and at the wrong times. For some people, skipping breakfast is tied to a mindset of self-discipline. They think, I'm being good, I'm in control. But inside, they're underfueled, undernourished, and unknowingly putting their bodies under stress. And over time, the body adapts. You stop feeling hungry in the morning. But that doesn't mean your body doesn't need food. It just means you've stopped hearing its signals. The key is to reconnect with your body. Tune in to your hunger cues. Try easing into breakfast. Start with something light, a piece of fruit, a handful of nuts, or a boiled egg. Then see how you feel throughout the day. You might be surprised at how much better your energy, focus, and mood become just by giving your body what it quietly asked for all along. You probably heard of or even tried a strategy called intermittent fasting. And maybe you're thinking, I skip breakfast every day because I'm doing intermittent fasting. I'm doing something good for my health. And you'd be right. Intermittent fasting, can offer real, evidence-based health benefits. Studies have shown that when done correctly, it can improve insulin sensitivity, support weight loss, reduce inflammation, and even promote longevity. But there's a big but. It has to be done the right way. The most common mistake people make is assuming intermittent fasting simply means skipping breakfast and starting to eat at noon, then continuing to eat until late at night. The problem? Numerous studies show that our bodies metabolize food more efficiently in the morning and early afternoon, not late at night. Our biological clocks are tuned to digest and process nutrients best when the sun is up. One compelling study found that people who ate breakfast and had their last meal by 4 p.m. had lower insulin levels, felt fuller longer, and lost more weight compared to those who ate from noon to 8 p.m., even though both groups consumed the same number of calories. What does this mean? Skipping breakfast in a typical schedule might actually reduce the benefits of intermittent fasting. So, if you're practicing intermittent fasting, consider shifting your eating window earlier in the day. For example, eating from 8 a.m. to 4 p.m. not only maintains the fasting benefits, but also aligns with your body's natural circadian rhythm, maximizing metabolic efficiency. Another critical point: the quality of your first meal after fasting matters immensely. If you break a 16-hour fast with sugary pastry or fast food, your body reacts as if it's being hit with a blood sugar shock. But if you start with a balanced meal, rich in protein, healthy fats, and fiber, think eggs, avocado, greens, or oats, you're sending your body a much more positive signal. I know what I'm doing. In short, if you're doing intermittent fasting, make sure you understand how and why it works. Skipping breakfast isn't automatically good. Let that decision come from knowledge, not just habit or a hectic schedule. One question I get a lot is, so, what exactly should I eat for breakfast? And the answer is, it depends on your goals. There's no one-size-fits-all formula, but there are some basic principles. And if you adjust flexibly according to your own needs, you'll see that breakfast is not just a meal, but also a powerful tool to support your health. If you want energy and focus throughout the morning, especially if you need to do mental work, attend meetings, be creative, or stay alert, then you need a breakfast that is high in protein, contains healthy fats, low in refined sugars. A meal like fried eggs, whole grain bread, and avocado spread is a great choice. Or a smoothie with leafy greens, banana, protein powder, and chia seeds is also balanced. These foods help your brain work steadily and reduce the feeling of an energy crash mid-morning. If your goal is weight loss, avoid high glycemic index breakfasts like sugary cereals, pastries, and boxed fruit juices. Instead, choose meals high in protein and slow-digesting carbs. Omelette with spinach. Overnight oats with unsweetened plant milk. Greek yogurt with flax seeds and berries. These options not only keep you full longer, but also stabilize blood sugar, a very important factor if you are targeting belly fat reduction or insulin regulation. For older adults or anyone wanting to maintain or build muscle, breakfast plays a crucial role. After age 50, the adult body synthesizes protein less efficiently, so it's important to consume enough protein in the morning to reduce muscle loss. You can try boiled egg with salmon and sautéed vegetables, oatmeal with added whey protein powder, tofu stir-fried with vegetables, and quinoa. Even if you don't work out, maintaining muscle is important for balance, mobility, and quality of life. And if you have digestive disorders or want to care for your gut health, a breakfast rich in soluble fiber and probiotics is an excellent choice. Oatmeal with banana and flax seeds. Live culture yogurt with ginger, honey, and blueberries. Chia seed pudding with baked apple and cinnamon. A healthy gut supports better absorption of micronutrients, which boosts immunity and reduces inflammation throughout the body. In summary, there is no perfect breakfast for everyone, but there's always a breakfast that suits you, as long as you listen to your body and choose foods that are minimally processed, free of hidden sugars, and beneficial for your specific health goals. I know you're busy. We all are. One of the most common reasons people skip breakfast is not having enough time. But the truth is, you don't need 30 minutes in the kitchen to have a healthy breakfast. With just 3 to 5 minutes and a little preparation beforehand, you can effectively fuel your body. Here are a few quick, simple, yet nutritious suggestions. A boiled egg with a banana. You can prepare the night before and take it with you on the go. Whole grain bread with peanut butter or almond butter. Lots of protein and healthy fats, and it takes less than 2 minutes. Overnight oats with plant-based milk, chia seeds, and fruit. Just take it out of the fridge and eat immediately. Ready-made smoothies. You can prep bags of veggies, fruits, and protein powder in the freezer, then just blend quickly in the morning. Greek yogurt with a handful of nuts and berries. No cooking needed. Just mix. Even a good protein bar, low sugar, high fiber and protein, is much better than skipping breakfast. The point is not how much time you have, but whether you're willing to spend a few minutes each morning investing in your long-term health. A little prep the night before, like boiling eggs, cutting fruit, or portion out ingredients, will help you start your morning more smoothly and proactively. And if you're someone who doesn't feel hungry in the morning, start with light things, like a glass of warm water, some soft fruit, or a few spoonfuls of oats. After a week, you'll find your body gradually opening up to breakfast again. Closing remarks. So, we've gone through a journey together. From what happens inside your body when you skip breakfast, to scientific research, analyzing who is most affected, why this habit is so common, when skipping breakfast might actually be beneficial, and finally, how to eat breakfast in a way that suits you. You see, breakfast is more than just a meal. It's a message you send to your body every morning. A message that says, I care about my health. I am ready for a new day. Skipping breakfast might not cause immediate consequences, but over time, it affects your energy, mood, digestion, hormones, weight control, and overall quality of life. I'm not saying you have to sit down to a huge meal every morning. I'm just saying start with the smallest step. 1 egg, a slice of whole grain bread, a smoothie, anything, as long as you begin your day with intention and respect for your body. And if you've skipped breakfast for years, that's okay. It's never too late to change. Try for a week. Listen to your body. Let yourself feel the difference. If you learned something today, please share in the comments. How do you usually eat breakfast? Have you ever tried changing your habits? Your honest sharing could inspire someone who needs to hear this. And if you found this video helpful, don't forget to subscribe to Health and Nutrition to continue joining me for more simple, practical, and meaningful health content like this. Take care of your body, not just in the morning, but every day, because you deserve a healthy body, a fulfilled mind, and a life full of energy. Thank you, and see you in the next videos.